Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Malkin, and this is a brief Canvas overview for Psych 490 History and Systems. This is the first time that we are using Canvas with this class, so please be honest with feedback. I look forward to it. I'm going to try to make it as engaging, as interactive as possible. Since you've had a couple of days to familiarize yourself with the syllabus and Canvas, I thought I'd just do a brief overview to make sure you know where everything is and how to access it. So right now I have it in student view. I, of course, have an instructor view, so sometimes I see things you don't, and sometimes things don't work for you on your end that look on my end it should work. So please don't hesitate to let me know if there's something going wrong, you don't have access to a video or a file, let me know. So here's your home screen. You're going to see the to-do list, upcoming events, any sort of recent activity here. Then you'll see all these tabs over here. We've got the syllabus, announcements, pages, discussions, assignments, modules, quizzes, conferences, collaborations, chats, files, and grades. So the syllabus, as you can imagine, is going to have a link to our syllabus. But the neat thing that Canvas does is it does a live syllabus. So this just has everything running with the date when it's due. And it also I provided you a link to our hard copy syllabus, which I recommend you save. Anything in Canvas that's blue, that when you hover over you see a little hand, that means that it's linked to something, whether it be an outside URL website, whether it be a Word document, PowerPoint, Excel file, anything really. It's PDF. So please go ahead and save that. Here's announcements. So this is going to be where any important announcements, reminders are going to be. You also should get an email notification when you see that an announcement has been posted. Pages is something a little different that we didn't have in Blackboard. It's really just kind of where general information is going to be stored. So for instance, here's a student authentication video page I made. And it's the same information that's in the syllabus, but the neat thing that Canvas does is I created a cross-link. So you click this student authentication video link right here, and all of a sudden it jumps you from pages to assignments. Even though it's not worth any points, it does have a due date and it is considered an assignment. So you can submit through here. You can submit a website URL if you upload your video to your own personal YouTube channel. You can upload a media or video upload from your phone or computer. You also can schedule a Skype, Google Plus, or Canvas video chat with me, which I'll show you in a second. Also on the Pages tab, we have our Facebook page, which I recommend you bookmark. This is another way just to communicate. I just want to make sure that everyone's getting the information that they need. So go ahead and bookmark this. Feel free to friend me on Facebook. Okay. And this is the one you'll probably access most frequently. It's the general resources and APA resources. This has some general information with study tips, plagiarism tutorial. Again, if you ever have questions about plagiarism, feel free to email me, whether it's about this class or another class you're taking. I'd rather you ask lots of questions than do something that maybe isn't going to work in your favor. Here is a link to the MUW library. I recommend you bookmarking it. Here is a link to the undergraduate bulletin, which is a really wonderful tool that MUW provides. You can look up all of the different degrees offered here at the W. So let's go to the psychology. What do I need to take in order to get a degree at the W in psychology? All the classes are listed. Then the neat thing is you click on it and it tells you if there's a prerequisite. So for instance, for abnormal psychology, you need to take 101 and 201 in order to be able to register for that class. So it's a really wonderful resource to look at. So tell your friends that are freshmen and sophomores to make sure that they know where that is. The MUW banner, if you haven't already, bookmark it. Sometimes the MUW homepage goes down. You still want to be able to add, drop classes, check your financial aid, etc. Here's just a brief handout on how to use the PsycInfo research database that you can access through the library. Here's something that we won't really be using for this class, but you might for others, and this is the Respondus Lockdown Browser, which is something really neat that Canvas has. Here's a video tutorial on what it is, and then installation. If you do have to use it for a class, you only have to install it once, and you'll access your quizzes and exams through that Respondus Lockdown Browser. It won't allow you to look at Facebook, Instagram, or anything else that you could possibly want to look at while you're doing a quiz. It'll lock you out of your quiz and submit it and notify your instructor. So it's another way to help limit cheating, especially in online classes. So here's the Canvas student guide. You're probably going to be referencing this a lot this semester. This is any and all question you could possibly have about where something is in Canvas, why something's not working the way you think it's supposed to. So if you can't get in touch with me quickly, go ahead and refer to that. You guys have probably, if you've had a class with me before, you probably already have these saved, but here's your APA online quick reference through the Purdue Writing Lab. This is wonderful. It shows what a title page should look like, an abstract, gives you specific ideas on how to reference something in your reference page versus in the actual body of your paper, so that I would bookmark. Here's all the templates that I've made that you can type directly into depending on the different projects, but make sure you delete anything that's not applicable to that project since it is a template. So let's go ahead. We'll travel down to discussions. Right now, the only discussion we have going is the introduction to class. So this will be where if we wanted to have a class discussion about anything in particular you guys have brought to my attention, you really want to talk about, we can do it here. Assignments, as you can imagine, this is just going to be a laundry list of all the assignments, when they're due, when they become available, and their point value. Modules, this is very similar to the content folders that were in Blackboard. So you have the syllabus folder, or module, here's the syllabus. I made a student authentication module, here's all that information. This is where the discussion questions will be loaded and submitted once you guys have sent those to me. Okay, here is the asylum paper materials. And here is the final paper materials, the rubric, the actual assignments that you'll see, due dates, point values. We don't have any quizzes in the class, but if we did, they would show up here, besides the syllabus quiz, obviously. The conferencing feature is really, really neat. What this does is you as the student don't have access, but me as the instructor can create a conference, and I can invite all of the students or just a couple of the students depending on the purpose of the conference. We can use our webcams, so 10 students can all be looking at each other, including me. I can share my desktop with you if we want to discuss something in particular. We can talk via webcam, or we can use a chat feature. It has a whiteboard, kind of chalkboard feature as well. Lots of really cool things that we can use with that feature. The collaborations feature is also something you can initiate as a student, but I can. So for instance, if we wanted to do a real-time editing meeting with Google Docs, which is the program that the collaborations feature uses, we can do that. So you can ask me a specific question about a paper you're doing. We can make edits right there, right then, and you get, immediate feedback. Okay, and then we have chat. This really just kind of like instant messaging, Facebook chat, etc. Really wonderful feature. It can be between just a couple of us or the whole class. So we can also use this for our weekly chats if we don't want to use the video feature. So we'll see what everyone's interested in and what is going to be more appropriate. Files, you may or may not go there. This is pretty much where if you see it somewhere in our Canvas course, it's going to be listed in files. Grades, this is where your grades are. So due dates, point values, etc. So obviously you're going to get points for the discussion forums, the discussion questions you're going to be posting. So that's where these will keep getting added to. So it's very much a live document. You can also track them on the last page of your syllabus. There's a grade roster, so you can input your grades as you complete them. So that's kind of just the quick overview of our Canvas course. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, there's going to be some trial and error issues with this, so don't hesitate to let me know if something's not working right. And I want this to be interactive and engaging, so please, if you have any suggestions, feel free to contact me. So let me know if you have any questions at all.